Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome to EMT, my name's E-Man, and today we're gonna be rebuilding and swapping this K24 into this Honda Civic Coupe. Alright y'all, so pretty straightforward taking this exhaust manifold off. 14mm gets this little bracket off, very easy. So I don't think aftermarket headers reuse that bracket, so you might as well just toss those bolts or put them back in the block, whatever you like to do. Those are 12mm, but from having like 300,000 miles on them, they were stuck. So I had to break out Bertha. She made short work of them. Sorry I didn't have the camera positioned right, but hey, it is what it is. Everything worked out pretty much as you can see there. Alright, so I got all of them out except for that middle one. I didn't have a extension quite long enough to break it with Bertha, so, or I was too lazy to go get one rather. But yeah, so just broke it loose with a breaker bar and then used a 1/2 inch to get it out quicker. So that's that. Yeah, and then after that one bolt came out, you know, the exhaust manifold or header came out. You're gonna need a new header for it. You know, case swaps kind of tend to need a new header. I heard you can customize the TSX header to fit. I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm not gonna put my money on it. But yeah, that gasket can also be reused. Mine's pretty rusty, so I think I'm probably just gonna go ahead and get a new one for it. As you can see there, I'm not gonna toss those bolts. I'm just gonna put them right back into the block. Again, aftermarket headers really don't use a bracket. They might not. So, the intake manifold. First thing we're going to remove is this little bracket holding it onto the block. Again, it was kind of stuck on there, but we got it out. That was a 12mm bolt. Well, both those bolts are 12mm. Top bolt's kind of tight, so I just got it with an extension. That's also a 12mm deep well. And I just used the 3/8 and just came right out. So obviously I lose everything, so I gotta make sure I put those things back where they belong. Yeah, that's that. I have no idea what this thing does, but it was in the way of me getting this one bolt out, so I took it out. If you know what that is, comment down below and tell me. I have no earthly idea what it is. So alright, so intake manifold, I just used a 12mm ratcheting wrench. 12mm normal wrench will work just fine. So I just went ahead and did that. That one was really stuck for some reason, so I ended up using an OSHA approved method of linking wrenches and getting it out that way. That one I couldn't get to with the wrenches. So what I ended up doing was actually using a 1/4 inch with a deep well 12 and then just linked it with a wrench and got it out. Remember, all this is OSHA approved. So obviously I'm just joking, but anyways, after I took that one bolt out, I just took the rest of them out. To split the intake or get the first half of the intake manifold out, that was actually, I think those were 10mm if I'm not mistaken. But they came out pretty easily, and yeah, that was that. Just zipped them on out of there. Very simple and very easy. So some models like I believe it's the K20Z3. I could be wrong. I know it's the RBC intake manifold's actually one piece, so you just skip this step obviously, but this one does not, so That gasket is actually reusable. It is an OEM Honda gasket, so yeah. Yeah, so even though it's really used, it could probably still outlast the brand new eBay junk. Those bolts, very simple, 10 millimeters, 5 of them, just undo them. Before you do that, loosen up this little clamp there. Had a little difficulty, but it came out. Ended up having to remove the lower bolts completely and kind of taking the manifold off and using the pliers to come in and grab that hose and just kind of like wiggle it free. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. But sadly I didn't have the camera placed right, so you can't see, but I just literally grabbed the hose with the pliers and twisted it until it kind of broke loose and then just pulled it right on out. And again guys, this motor has 300,000 miles. Look at the intake ports. That is super clean. I've taken apart motors that have like 110,000 miles on it, but they are not this clean. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The intake manifold is off. You know, if you like this video, hey, like, comment, subscribe. It helps me bring you guys better content. If you feel like I did anything wrong or have any tips or tricks for me, remember, I'm not a professional. You know, put them out in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys about everything. All right, peace.